Hi, it's Lori. Good morning, Armchair Chef. If you are watching the replay, my plan this morning is to go over my WIPS and get some ideas from you about some things that I can do to them, finish them, tweak them, ideas, show you what I'm doing. And yeah, maybe talk about some new stuff, find out what you guys are making, and get some ideas from you. Well, hello, Michelle. I decided to come on early. Apparently a lot of people aren't early, so I thought this is not a bad idea. I can come and talk to you guys because doing videos are nice, but I really like the direct interaction better than just doing a video. I really do. So, I don't want to spill my coffee. I got coffee. Good morning. As Sarah says, tink tink. Now I got to write Sarah's. I got to remember to write everybody down in the description. Well, I prefer a live where I can interact, but sitting and watching a 3-hour live when I don't know what the chat is saying, that gets a little frustrating. So I have the same problem where I don't say what people in the chat are saying like Shannon does. That's a bad habit, because if you're watching, you don't know what the chat's saying unless it's like on my TV, I can turn chat on. But yeah, to me, I got to remember to do that so people that are listening afterwards know what the chat is saying. I have tried the tea that Lori sent me in my package, and I get it bitter on the back end, so I have to add a little bit more. I put a little bit of sugar in it, but I think I need to add a little bit more. And I'm not a naked tea coffee drinker. I just can't. I think a lot of us do this. That's what happens. A lot. Oh, okay. Michelle says, I have trouble if I'm not wearing glasses too, because I can't read the chat. So yeah, I think a lot of us do this. And that's one reason why I use my computer and I do it like this, so I can actually read the chat. Now I have in my other area where I have my comfortable couch. This one I bought, but it's not comfortable. It's practical because it's a smaller futon. And if my son gets kicked out of his house or needs a place to stay, he could sleep on it. Maybe. I doubt. He'd probably rather have the floor. Bourbon, neat. Oh my God. I wish I like, Michelle says she likes coffee dressed up or black. I also like bourbon, neat. I don't like the taste of alcohol, so I have to make it taste like something better. Like my Bloody Marys, I like them really hot. Oh my gosh, I like them really spicy, and they're so good. A lot of vodka is fine, but they got to be spicy. I love a good Bloody Mary. I haven't had any for so long because I don't drink when I'm by myself. It just makes me sleepy, so why bother? I drink to have a good time socially. And it does. It kind of, if you can imagine me loosened up, yeah, it does that. I have way more fun. I don't care so much about what I'm doing and how I look. Not that I care that much anyway, but I have stories. Me and Lori are so much more alike than anybody thinks. It's so funny. We could have been what do you call it? Past life sisters or something. Yeah, we are very much alike. You like alcohol, but you're careful to only 1 to 4 a month. Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, well, you know what? It's good that your father was an alcoholic and you're very careful. Soul sisters, that's the word I was looking for. I even took my medicine and my brain's not working. Well, I just woke up too. Um, yeah, soul sisters, that's what I was thinking. I'm gonna have to, you know what I'd like to do is hop on the train. You can take a train over there and maybe spend the night and then come back the next day. I can't leave the dogs very long. And you can't take the dogs on the train because you have to leave them in a crate. Yeah, that's not fun. I think it's a 15-hour train ride to get over. I don't know, 15. That seems like a long time just to go over the mountain to Colorado, don't you think? I'm not sure. Jay, good morning. How are you today? Is everybody bushy-tailed this morning, catching those worms? I was awake and I decided to come on and show you guys what I actually have working and see if you have ideas or suggestions or get a little ooh. That's nobody ever says anything's bad, do they? Well, they get the little encouragement to keep going on the project. If you're not a crocheter, what are you doing? What do you have going on? What are you putting on your channels? Promote things you have going on your channel during the week. People have things they do each day. Definitely talk about it. I love finding I watch everybody's stuff, but I'm behind right now because of this new job. I can't listen to my YouTube. I have when I'm in training, I can't use my earbuds, so I can't listen to things while I'm at work. I can't. I get further behind on my stuff. I have to. I choose less of the food things, the recipes, because those you really want to see, and so I can go back and do those. I save them into a food folder. Oh, who is it? We have a girl in Utah called. My brain's not working. Her last name's Pacheco, and she's got a cute little accent. She's not from here, I don't think. But she's got a book. She's published a book, which I bought, and somebody stole it out of my mailbox. So I have to buy another one. She does family cooking. She has small kids, and she lives in Utah. She's down in Provo somewhere. Julie Pacheco, I think. And she has really good stuff. She just put up a video of a bunch of soups. And then another girl does crock pots. And so I save all those into my food folder. And now that I have a cabbage that I wasn't expecting to have, I'm wondering if that means I have to make my diet soup, cabbage soup, diet cabbage soup. That's actually really good soup. It's like a vegetable soup. And it's not quite cool enough here to want to eat soup, but I have bone broth I can make. And if you put bone broth in with just the veggies, it makes it a lot healthier. So I may just chop up half of it, put it in a soup, and use the other half. Maybe make a coleslaw. I don't know. You saw the time and your hubby isn't up yet. Oh, well, if he needs to be up, better get him. It's almost the top of the hour for us. No, it's not. It's just past the bottom half. Well, let's see here. I was just watching my dog fall asleep with his head up, and he's just like we do when we're falling asleep. Well, let's see. What's an update? There's an update on the apartment. I haven't got a note yet. It's early on Monday. Don't know if they are gonna complain about anything. They twice a year they come in and change the filters and look at the smoke alarm and then check everything out, see what it looks like, so they can, if you're compliant with whatever their rules are. So I have a 1-bedroom apartment and I'm an old lady. I have a lot of stuff. And a lot of the stuff isn't here because I had to get a storage unit, and I consider that my second bedroom. Yeah, I pay a couple $100 to have a second bedroom somewhere else where I can take my things. That's how I justify it. It's a second bedroom. That's how much I would pay if I had a second bedroom in my apartment. Hi, Linda, you made it. Camille didn't keep you up late last night, huh? You missed my last live. I think she was on till midnight. Oh my goodness. We missed you. I'm so excited. I seen you doing some videos. That's wonderful. We get to see your stuff live now instead of just pictures. You can talk about it. That's so fun. Yeah. Lori was saying that I encourage people to do channels. I just call it bossy. At work, when I tell people what to do, they just call me bossy. It's okay. You don't have to do what I say. Just, it's just suggestions. When I would read my psychology books, my self-help books, it was like, just plant the seeds. When you have kids, a husband, just plant the seeds. Eventually, they're going to remember what you said someday. And it's going to come back. Oh, I remember my mom telling me something about that or whatever. So Linda says she only has 1 or 2 late nights a week. Well, that's good. If you want early mornings, I'm going to try to come on and, I think I got a new job. I looked on my list. It's not a new job. It's just different hours. Actually, it's just different days off. I'm trying to get myself a better position. The only options at that location would be hours or days off. And the one I have now is 3:30 in the afternoon to midnight with Wednesday, Thursday off. Okay. Well, what I bid on were better days off and better hours. I only bid on 4 jobs because there weren't that many that were better. But I think I got one with Tuesday, Wednesday off. Now, what's better about Tuesday, Wednesday off is because Monday's a holiday. So you always get a 3-day weekend. Yeah. With us, if you don't sign up for the holidays, you get them off automatically and you get paid for them. So it's like this way, either Saturday and Sunday or Tuesday, Wednesday, or Monday, Tuesday. If you have your day off on the day of the holiday, you get the day off before becomes your holiday. So if you have Monday, Tuesday off, Sunday becomes your holiday. So you still get Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off. But Sunday we get free money for being there. So I don't like taking Sundays off. That's the money that goes into my retirement account. And so if I got the Tuesday, Wednesday job, that means every Monday that's a holiday, I'll have that off and have a 3-day weekend instead of having it broken up. It's always better that way. So Michelle's husband made it. Oh, so he works for Michelle. Your husband works from home. Probably. If he starts working 15 minutes, then he's probably working from home, right? Doing something. So anywho, I think they don't, the updates on our files online are not working properly. But if the date changes on anything we bid on, that usually means it's been sucked into the system and used for a job. So I believe I got that new job and it'll start after my training's over. So I still have 2 more weeks of training. I didn't go in today because, I should have gone in today. However, I have a lot of things I want to do. And I can't do that very often now. I have to wait till I get my FMLA account before I can start calling in again. So, but I did today because I have all this stuff I want to do and sort, and I want to do my kitchen. I want to do the whole kitchen. I want to get rid of all the food that's expired, and because it's too crowded, there's too much stuff sitting out. If I get rid of the stuff that's expired, I have room to put stuff away. So yeah, I'm starting to feel claustrophobic. So let's see what project I have here that I can show you I'm working on. Let's start with, let's start the biggest one. You stay there. MJ's off the hook. I started the pocket shawl, and I decided I didn't want to do the pocket shawl because it was going to be really big and long. So this is the yarn I was using, the Karen Chunky Cake, the ones I got at clearance on Michael. Really pretty, really, really pretty. The purples and the green, and it stripes. It doesn't variegate. So, you know, you really have to use your mind's eye to figure out how something's going to look. Because if it's little bitty color changes, it can get really busy. And that can be good, but you don't want to use a really distinctive stitch in that because you can't see the stitch. Now, because I've made things and it's like, well, I'll do a really nice, you know, like a hat or something that has a stitch in it, but you can't see it. But then when you do something that's striped, depending how you do it, it could look weird because the striping, I started the pocket shawl. Oh, Michelle, your husband works at home partially as a home office. Oh, okay. So he does go places. Well, good morning, Elaine. You get to have breakfast with me and Shannon. I'm sorry. You can go watch her. Or you can watch her when we're done. I don't know how long I'll be on. You can have coffee with me, though. I'm having my coffee. Oh, you might be having your kombucha. Do you always have the iced coffee? Do you always make it and put it in the refrigerator? Do you ever drink it warm? Linda, when you worked, you figured out how to turn 1 week of vacation into 11 days. Yeah. Yeah, we could do that too. The post office, we get 9 days off in a row. And then we get a change of schedule. We could move our days off and have them together, and then have, we also use 4 days, 4-day work weeks is only 4 days of leave. So everybody would try to get the holidays. And there's another trick. They would mandate you for the holiday, make you work it unless you have a leave day in conjunction with the holiday. So holidays that were on Mondays, that would be either Sunday or Tuesday, right? Except if you had Saturday and Sunday off, that would make Friday. So people would bid vacation the week before the holiday. Yeah. So they wouldn't have to work that holiday and be mandated. And you only had to cancel your vacation 3 days ahead of time. The schedule is already posted by then. So they could cancel it after the schedule was posted, and they couldn't put them on the schedule after it was already up. Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. There's ways. There's ways to figure it out. I did that Friday thing once in a while. But I usually don't have weekends off. That's not my choice because of the free money. Michelle says you're using the Baby Pop Cardi from last year. Oh, okay, a baby cardigan. Well, I decided to use this big yarn because I had it, and I had like 6 balls of it. And I started making the, so you see the middle is going across. The middle is going across, and then I decided to start going around. And it doesn't look that bad. It looks pretty cool. You know, the middle's going up and down, and then the sides go around, and they all have a little bit of the color on it. So it's looking okay. I'm just not sure how big I want to go. This is 2, but I also have to mark where I started because I'm doing it sort of like a log cabin. I'm just doing back and forth on 2 sides. Then I'm going back and forth on 2 other sides. But because it's not solid, it's not that noticeable. Linda, actually 14 days. Yeah, there's ways. There's ways. We would be able to use. Yeah, Thanksgiving's a hard one because it's on a Thursday and Friday. So there's no mail delivery because we have to, a lot of it depends on the mail. There's no mail delivery on Thursday, but then there's mail delivery on Friday. So they want everybody in the building Thursday, so the mail's ready to go out on Friday. So Thursday's when they want everybody there. Wednesday, not as much. So, Michelle, at the hospital, we work 3 to 12 hours, including every other week. Yeah. Oh, 3 12-hour days. You'd work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Monday, and then, that's what my girlfriend did. She's a charge nurse, and she would work like she started working every other day. She'd only work every other day. I would prefer to work 3 days in a row like you. That's how I would prefer, but I wouldn't want to go back to work. Now that I'm older, I wouldn't want to go back to work. When I was younger, it didn't matter. I didn't care. I worked 12-hour days. I didn't care. I just trudged through. Now I'm not even feeling like trudging through. I'm ready to retire. I'm liking doing my thing instead of their thing, But I'm just not able to do it yet financially, and I'm not mentally prepared for it. I'm not mentally prepared to have limited income is what it is. Hi, K and K. I don't know which K this is. Well, hello. Thank you very much. This is probably Mama K. If you're looking for a grandbaby. Thank you so much. We have, so this is the, what color was this? The macaron. This is what they show it looks like. So it is a little striped, but it's not really long stripes. This is what they show the pattern is supposed to look like. So it's not like some of the stuff that has really, really long stripes. Linda, you have a sweater you made using Oh, you're gonna do one. Oh, the sweater. I did a Hexicardi sweater for K&K's sweater thing. I haven't been posting any crochet alongs from them though. Maybe I should go back and watch the channel to add some to my list. Is there there's another one that maybe I missed it. You hated not putting your days together because the first day off, you're exhausted physically. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. I was just looking at the jobs that were available, Michelle. And I was just looking at the jobs, and they have nights that start at like 11. I can't do that anymore. That's what I did when I went back to the plant. I can't do tour 1. Get off at 6 a.m. Oh, no. I like going in at 6 a.m. because I can still do stuff after work because I'm not really tired on this new job. I went to the grocery store the other day. I almost went to Hobby Lobby again, but I said nope. I have that project with all that sparkle yarn that I'm going to do for Helix in January. I'm getting it all together, and I have more in storage in my stash. So I'm going to go grab some out of there and see what kind of colors I have. Because what I thought was that eyelash yarn that Deb sent me, she thought she sabotaged me, but she didn't, because I have an idea. Yeah, I always have an idea. I'm going to take that sparkle yarn. I'm probably going to do like a zigzag or something, a chevron, and I'm going to use the sparkle yarn to do bigger stripes, and then in between those, I'm going to do a smaller section and add the eyelash yarn into the yarn that I'm going to put in there. So whatever it is going to have a little bit of fluffy in between the and since that's purple, what I might do is just get all my shades of purples and blues and pinks, the gemstone colors, and just use those for and then I'm not sure, maybe I'll do a white sparkle and add the eyelash to it in between. I think that would look pretty good. I mean, at least it does up here. It sounds good. I'm not sure how big I want to make it. Maybe I'll do it like a shawl so that it's not a blanket, but it's big enough to, to be a shawl. And if I start it now, I can have it finished by January, working on it a little bit at a time. They have those ponchos where you do 2 rectangles. And I thought maybe that would be nice. And I just had another idea. Do one triangle with the dark gem tones and do the other triangle with the other colors. So it's reversible. Yeah, what about that? Wouldn't that be cool? So, let's see. Aaron lets you enter past. Yes, Aaron does. You can enter things as long as you haven't done them before in her game. But yeah, that is nice. I like the fact that if I want to start on something now, I can on some of these. And if you don't tell nobody, you can do it anyway. Just saying, we have a lot going on. Just don't tell nobody you started it. But I think we can make bigger projects. We can participate in more things if we're able to work on them for a longer length of time. And that benefits the creator because then we can play in their games and promote more of them. I think it's a benefit to everybody. Michelle's getting a lot more participation, Michelle and Cheyenne, because now we're able to promote their things longer. They're getting more participation, and it's more interesting that way, I believe. That's my opinion. That's why I'm promoting some of these crochet alongs. Let's see. Nightbot is being nice. Well, that's because Lori hasn't showed up yet. K&K, you have a sock along, but you haven't even done yours. Oh, well, unless it's a crocheted sock, I probably wouldn't do it. Except, can I do it on my Centro? I haven't got my small Centro out yet to work on it, but I got an Addy when it was really a good deal. I don't pay full price for anything. Believe me, I would not pay over $200 for an Addy. But all you have to do is put it in your Amazon cart, wait for it to come down. It might come down on Prime days. Or you can use Fetch, scan your coupons or scan your receipts and everybody else's receipts you find laying on the ground everywhere, and get yourself a gift card somewhere. You can get a gift card to Amazon. Use that to help buy something that's expensive. Yeah, you can do that. I do that. I've cashed in three gift cards so far. I usually use the grocery store so I can use it for gas at my Smith's or food if I want to at the holidays or something. Buy stuff, take into work, whatever. So you have a sock thing. I'll have to look closer at your stuff. Right. And you have things going on. Life happens. You guys have things going on. And sometimes you can't get to things every day. I know there's not when you always can do that. Oh, that would be great because I need to bring it out and start practicing with it. I do have the small one, so I think my foot will fit in that to make a sock. Maybe I can do that. I missed something Linda said. I missed something. Oh, Linda, yeah, the wish list is nice. You know what I did when I was doing Temu? It's not a dock along, Michelle. It's a sock along. Just kidding. I know what you meant. We read typo here, I'm trying to go back up. I missed Linda's comment. Oh, okay. There we go. Shoulder shawls are nice to use. Yes. I brought out, I had a video where I brought out all the stuff I have made, and I made a pocket shawl that looked like a big piece of bacon. That's what my son told me. The older stuff that I made was a little more iffy because I wasn't as good as at winging it now. Like I can probably figure something out now. Back then, I had no clue 4 years ago how to do something because I hadn't seen so many people doing it. But yeah, because now if something doesn't go the way I want it, I turn it into something else. Because I've seen a lot more things out there. I can figure it out more. So let's see. KK likes longer time frames, less pressure, correct. And I don't mind that Mimi's doing a name. This is one that you probably could play in. This would be fun. If you know Mad Mimi's a lot, well, okay. It's hers crochet along. She doesn't, or actually it's her make along. You find a pattern with your name on it that's named after you, and for October, and then you make it. Yeah, isn't that cool? Find a pattern with your name on it. And I found one that is small. You can go to Etsy, put your name in. You can go to Pinterest, put your name in. You can go to Ravelry. If you use Ravelry, put your name in the pattern search. That way you don't bring up all the designers. And it's for her October. Now she's going to do another one for November and December, but we don't know what those are yet. Whose name is it going to be? Your dog's name? Your husband's name? One of your children's names? We don't know yet. So, but I think that's a very cool idea. And something different. It's something different that I haven't seen anybody else do before. So let's see. You only crochet. Okay, you only crochet and use your. I can use my Centro. That's great. That's nice to know. When does the sock along end? Because I'm like halfway through. I still have to record my Decade Diva. I have like 1 week left. And that's one of the things I wanted to work on today. I have to redo my background. I've got everything now ready. I just have to do it. So I'm thinking I have to redo my background for my presentation. I'm doing a lot of quotes today. So let's see. You want the little Addie to try and make smaller items. Yeah. Oh, fetch. Yeah. I had a personal best 1 month. I got like 55,000 points in 1 month. You need to be my friend. I like to compete with people. I haven't been buying a lot lately. I used to go through Fetch and make a list of all the stuff that was on there that I could get points for. So when I was shopping, if something was on sale, I bought it so that I could get the points. I don't do that so much anymore right now, but they've added things. I play some of the games to get the points. I'm going to play games anyway. So I do that on the bus on the way to bingo, on the way to the casino. I'll play the games. And, but yeah, when I go to Costco, it's a big building and it's on the south end and the wind blows that way. So there's receipts. When it's windy, there's always receipts that have blown out there. So I just walk down and pick up all the receipts that are laying around. I think you can do 14 in a week and that's your limit. And one time I put a receipt in and got like 2,000 points. That wasn't even mine. I thought that was great. Shopping carts, I'll grab the receipts. I walk around the parking lot. I'm always looking down, I'm finding coins from family members that have died. I find receipts. I pick everything up. Shopping carts, I grab the receipts that are in the shopping carts. Yeah. Let's see here. You want the little Addie. Yeah. Now that's what Lori made. Oh, I moved it. Lori made me a reindeer poop and she did it on her Centro. Yep. She made the tube and then she kind of gathered it together in a little pile of poop and then she put reindeer antlers on it. That is on one of the most recent videos that I opened. My last live. I believe that was my last live. Yeah, I opened. Got to check that one out. And the picture she made me, I don't have that here either. I moved everything. I've got to rearrange all this. I got to hide my ugly kitchen. I'm putting a curtain up over here to hide my ugly kitchen. So that's good, Linda. You put it on your wish list. And what happens if the price comes down? Amazon notifies you. I'm catching up. Linda, it won't take a couple of months ago. Probably go on sale around Black Friday. Yeah, that's our next sale day is like Black Friday. But everybody's with the economy the way it is, people are putting things on sale before the holiday because everybody wants more of that people's money. And Black Friday is usually, Cyber Monday. Keep your eye on Cyber Monday. Amazon might do something special for Cyber Monday. Now, when I do the Temu, when you get that place where you can buy things for a penny, I always put the really expensive stuff in there. I never get it because I never get that last $2 that you have to get all of it. I got enough to get 2 of them. No. 100 more coins. You only need $2 more. Yeah, but you only get, 3 cents for everything you buy. It's a scam, but I get all kinds of little crap I try to get things I'm going to actually use. You never find your name anywhere. Well, you know what? There's an option for Linda. There's got to be a lot of stuff for Linda and Michelle. So Magical Michelle. She has 1 L in her name, and she actually found something. So that's good. Okay. If you can't find your first name, she was saying there may be an option, use your middle name or create a pattern and name it after yourself was an option. Yeah. Now there'll be one out there with your name on it. Somebody else might have your same name. So yeah, if she said if you needed some help finding your name, you could contact her, or she'll give you an option of something else to do. Let's see. Michelle used the pattern search, but it still pulled up dozens of pages of designers. Really? There's got to be a lot of those too. Yeah. Because I know when I put in Lori and Ravelry, there's a designer that has tons of stuff out there. And I changed my name. A parakeet named Jethro. How cute. I had a cockatiel. My son named him Elvis. He was one of our first birds. He was the first one that got me started on the cockatiels. I was just thinking about getting another bird too, the one that talks. And that way I could teach it all kinds of things to say. It would be fun, but I don't know if I want one in this environment with the yarn. Because they do create a lot of dander and furries and bugs. Birds create a lot of bugs. Michelle, when is you haven't finished your Decade Diva, when is when's your date? Mine is coming up. I promoted once. I haven't promoted since. Lori's promoting every week, which is wonderful. Okay, great, KK. Thank you. Thanks for coming. If you want to put your information down there in the comments of what you got going on, I'll talk about it on my channel. I got my whole costume now too. I might do that today too. I'm going to do a couple dances, and I keep saying that, but I'm going to try to do it vertical so I can put them up as shorts. Maybe I'll get a couple thousand views or something, especially if I fall down, I might get a couple million. Because I got shoes. I got platform shoes. So I'm like, I might fall down. We'll see. I haven't broke anything, knock wood. Like Lori, I think I broke a little toe once when I was 14 or 11 or 12. I think it was 11. Yeah, I was 11 when I broke a toe. That's the only thing I've ever broke. I've fallen a lot, plenty. But I don't know if they say that when you're heavy, your bones are denser because they have to hold up all that weight. Yeah, that might be true. Maybe that's why I don't break anything. My mom never broke stuff either. I think it could be also genetic. I don't know. Oh, it ends in December. Awesome. Let me write that down on my list. I have a list. There's my list. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I lost my list. Well, let me write it on this one. And KK sock along December. Okay, let me put that down there. Okay. Now I can look it up and add it to my list. Ta-ta for now. That's what Tigger says. I still have my alien game up. Let's see. Linda went from having no idea of what to make to a bunch of ideas. Well, that's how it is. I actually showed my project because when we first decided to play, I started making it. So I had it, it was big, and I finished it almost immediately. So it was sitting around for months, thank goodness. Otherwise, I never would have gotten it finished. So I made a wearable, and then I added another wearable to it, like a matching thing. And so, yeah. Now, I'm sorry. Everything's falling on the dog. I've been watching other people's videos because I kind of wanted to see how they're doing theirs. And I just watched the one where the woman talked about Karen Carpenter. Oh my gosh, it was so fascinating. She just put it up Saturday, I believe. It was Saturday because it's either Tuesdays and Saturdays, I think. So she just put it up Saturday. And she made a doll that looks just like Karen Carpenter. And then she told the history of the Carpenters and their songs. And it's fascinating. And it's not information that's not out there because I know all that information. I've heard it somewhere else before because I watch all those biographies. And yeah, it was very, very interesting. You guys got to watch some of this stuff. But that was different than what other people are doing. So, and what Shannon from Spoonie Stitcher did, she did a whole skit from a TV show. That was amazing. A lot of editing, a lot of TV magic, talking to herself and stuff. That was wonderful. That I've not got that advanced yet on my stuff. I talk to myself in one frame, not 2 frames. Oh, let's see. Priam, Protum, Das. Oh, how interesting. Name a car. I've always wanted a Cadillac. That was my dream car, and I may still get one. Who knows? Cadillacs ride like no other car. It's amazing. But I don't think I would want one now because where I live, I don't want an Escalade, and I don't want an ugly Cadillac truck. But so let's see. Deb, good morning, Deb. You made it this time. Madison, good morning. I'm catching up with chat. And if there's I have a mod out there. If you see something, Linda, go ahead and take care of it. I don't put up with no bullshit. So if somebody's gonna mess around, just kick them out. I'm not worried about it. Madison, Michelle with 2 L's. Do a Google search for crochet patterns named Michelle. It shows some. Madison is an kindred spirit of mine. She's an expert researcher. I love researching things. She actually found something for me that I couldn't find myself, and I'm pretty good. And Madison is an expert researcher. Very, very good at it. I love finding things. I go to a store. I won't ask where something is because I want to find it myself. That's part of the fun is the search, right? Finding it yourself. 195 pages of Michelle patterns. Well, you only need one. Well, you could add some parameters to that. You could say what it is you want to make. If you want to make something small, or it starts next month and you're only going to have a month to do it. So some of you are very fast. So you could do a whole wearable, or you could do something like for a grandbaby or something. It doesn't have to be for you. Could be a Michelle doll if you did like amigurumi. I was thinking I could just design a sweater for my dogs and call it the Lori doggy sweater or something. Oh, what I could do, I could make my dogs chef hats. Yeah. Chef Lori's dog hats. Wouldn't that be cute? I could do that. Then I have to make two of them. After I make one, I'm not going to want to make another one. I know that. Tuesday, a week. Oh, you got you're up. Well, I guess you need to, you know, granny squares were a big thing, even if it's not a fancy granny. Yeah, that was the thing. You could just do a little granny square purse, a bag, make a handle. That would be really quick within a week. In those colors, that would be good. Just the colors. Do I have mine handy? No, but you know what the colors are: the browns, the oranges, greens, the kitchens. Our kitchens from our youth, our Sears Kenmore kitchens, you know, gold, brown, green, yellow, orange, those colors. Let's see. You've broken fingers and a hand. Oh my goodness. Wow. You know, I think because I didn't play a lot of sports, or I would have. I never do football. I only did sports in school. I did tennis. I like tennis. I was good at tennis. I was actually fast when I was younger. I don't run anymore, but I was pretty fast. I did I do doubles or singles? I think I used the one that had the outer lines on it. So I think that was doubles. And I was getting really good at just getting the ball right over the net. And so I could do really good. I would play against the wall. I could play against the wall and go for a long time. That was fun. I think about doing that once in a while too, going back and getting back into it's good coordination. Oh my God. Eye hand coordination. Osteopenic. You must be that must mean you like susceptible to breaks or something. Yeah, I'm not sure about that phrase. Michelle says it was a fabulous video. The Karen Carpenter one, probably. Yeah, that was amazing. You've never been able to figure out editing. Well, Camille's doing it. Camille does it on Canva, I believe. I use Canva and I do pay for it so that I can have all the features. It has a lot of really cool things you can add in. And the way you can break up your videos into sections. And then like what she did was probably reuse some of those sections. And you can slow them down. When you separate them out, you can slow them down. So some parts are in slow motion. And you can repeat those. Like if somebody's falling and they show it in slow motion, then they flip it 3 times before they hit. That's the kind of stuff you can do with that editing software. You just make copies of that section and you just put them behind each other to do that. I do that on the original Windows editing program, the Legacy. I downloaded it's called Windows Legacy or Windows. I think so. I think Windows Movie Legacy or something. It's the original one before they changed it to Clipchamp. I like the original one because when you split things, you can see them in little blocks. I like that. And I use that first, and then I put it into my Canva to use it after I've got it all where I want it. Then I put it into Canva. I had a heck of a time putting music on that dog video. It was just a stupid short, but I had to move it this way, move it that way, and then it changed it. It was It was harder than it should have been. Tell you that. I just wanted to move it so the words were where the video was, and it was a little difficult. Madison you found who your maternal grandfather was. Awesome. I did a Ancestry subscription for a while, and I'm not sure if it's accurate, but I just used what everybody else did before me, and I traced my son's family, my in-laws' family back to King Henry VIII. Yeah. And his mistress, the Catherine one. If it's accurate, because I just used what everybody else had done. And yeah, and I traced my mom, my dad, my family, I traced back to an island in New York in the 1600s. They farmed the land, they leased it. One of the islands, it wasn't Manhattan, I don't think. I think it was a different one. And they had a plot of land and they farmed it in New York when they came over. I thought that was awesome. I think one of my family members went back and looked at all the graves. They did a road trip across the country and went to the cemeteries where the family was. I'd like to go to where some of my family lived, the exact addresses. That would be interesting. My dad was in Nebraska. Mom was in New York, where she was a baby with her mother sitting on the steps of their brownstone. I would love to go to that address and get a picture there. That's where they were. That would be so amazing to me. Ooh, Michelle, you designed sweaters for your dogs. I have such a hard time. I don't know why it's so hard. I could do a raglan. I could just do a raglan the way that I do it for me, except do it for them and not make 4 legs. I think it would work, right? I would think, because there's so many people there that have them. I did one, and it was like a granny square. You just do a granny square, and then you just stick a button underneath it. It wasn't that bad, and then you put a neck on it. I did that one a long time ago. I think I could do a better one now. Probably a raglan for the dog would work, wouldn't it? And I know chef hats would be so cute. They would probably only wear them once, and then I'd have to get little stuffies and stick the hat on the little stuffies, because they don't do hats. And Michelle, your Decade Diva's closer to done. That's good. I'm behind. Michelle, you love those colors. You wonder if it's because the 70s were your primary years. It's possible. I was in school my whole 70s. Junior high was like 74, 75. And then I graduated in 81. So I don't like those colors, because I grew up with those colors. My house when I was growing up was green. So I really thought I always hated green. I think it's just the color of the tile that was green that I didn't like. We had green vinyl furniture in the living room, vinyl, because, you can wipe it off. We had that for many, many years. And then green tile on the floor. And I do believe the house was green before they painted it. I was too little for that, but everything was green. And then the furniture, or the appliances in the kitchen, yeah, they were green too. And then, my parents had a Sears card, so everything came from Sears or Penny's. They had credit cards, so everything came from Sears or Penny's. Oh, my dad worked at Sears one of his first jobs in El Monte in California. So I'm sure, they had Sears cards. So the green appliances, then we had brown appliances, and then my mom finally went to white. And yeah, I like bright colors. I'm into the bright colors. Those colors are okay, but I am drawn to the bright colors, like my Halloween bag, something like that. I would be drawn more to this than I would be to the Decade Diva project. So yeah. But I think it's because I grew up with everything green. It's just not my thing. You stink at tennis, Michelle. Isn't that what pickleball is now? Kind of like a badminton tennis combination or something? Linda says you think you can only design it if you can't find a pattern with your name. Now, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't like the pattern that has my name on it. It's a whole poncho. I don't want to make a whole poncho in 1 month. I don't think that's a good rule. If it is, that would not be. Yeah, I would not like that rule. If I want to design something that's not out there, that I'm not using somebody else's pattern for and designing it myself, then yeah. But I mean, there's other chef's hats out there. I've seen them because I had some, somebody made me one. I haven't seen her for a long time. She hasn't been putting out any content. Charlena. Creatively Crafty Me, Charlena. She hasn't put out any content for a while, but she made me a chef's hat for one of the, oh my God, I need more coffee or something. My brain's going. For one of the mystery yarn challenges. I have it. So I know there's some out there. And Elaine made me a little me doll and it had a chef's hat on it. So I know they're out there. Let's see here. Deb, well, you're making a little Debbie Christmas cake as soon as October hits. Oh, that's great. You're going to do the tree. You do the little tree. There's patterns out there. I know, because I've seen them. That sounds cool. A little Debbie no calorie cake. You saw Madison saw the little Debbie. It looks like a real one. Yes, it does. It does. And she already made a Pop-Tart. She sent me a Pop-Tart. I love Pop-Tarts. I wish they made them low sugar or with artificial sugar. They would sell so many more of them. They sell a lot, I'm sure. But if they made it with lower sugar, like these other people do, just add some artificial crap in there, more people would buy Pop-Tarts. I don't do it because it's way too much sugar. Some of them are really good. The chocolate fudge ones are really good. The sugar cookie is chewy. If you get the sugar cookie and you toast it, it gets chewy. It's really good. Just too much sugar. It's like Starbucks. They have one sugar-free flavor, and it's vanilla. They used to have caramel. They don't have anymore. They could get a bigger audience if they would bring more sugar-free stuff in, like Dutch Brothers has way more sugar-free. You can get the whole thing sugar-free and milk-free. I tell them, I go, I want this, but I want it all sugar-free and milk-free. And they do it. I don't even have to tell them what to put in it. They just put all that stuff in there for me. Let's see, Michelle, your daughter couldn't figure out who this one guy was that said he was likely an uncle. Come to find out your hubby had an older half-brother that his father never knew about. Oh. Yeah, there's some stuff in the family like that. Me and my brother, my oldest brother is 10 years older than me. I did a 23andMe test for shits and giggles. You know, it's out there. If any of my family ever kills anybody, they'll find out who it is, because my DNA is out there now. But I also am a federal employee, so they have my fingerprints. So somebody will always be able to find me. He took his 23andMe test, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if we're related, if it matches. We have the same parents. It's funny because you know how in your family, when you have multiple kids, some of the kids will take after one side of the family, and some. Me and my one brother take after my mom's side, and my sister and my other brother take after my dad's side. It's kind of funny how that works. And then my son has some of my my mom's side of the family in him that shows. Because my mom's side of the family, the men have butts, and my son's got a butt. You know, it's not like a flat thing that's nothing there. He actually has a butt, and that's my mom's side of the family. And my brother takes after my mom, and I take after my mom's side of the family. So I sound just like my mother. I probably look just like my mother. If I put a picture up, you guys would say I look just like my mother. And I sound like her on the phone. I know that. Michelle, you for the dog, you made a tube and chain to make the hole openings for the front legs. Yeah. Would you be able to do that on a Centro? That might be interesting. You can drop stitches to make holes, right? And then pick it back up again after the hole. That would be a real challenge, but I bet you it's possible. Not that I want to make a challenge. I'm just saying, because you said make a tube, and my mind went to the Centro. But the granny square thing, if I want to make them something warm, there's nothing I'm going to be able to make that's going to be that warm unless I want to line it. And I have to have it easy to take on and off. The jackets I have for them for winter here are Velcro around the neck and around their stomach. And the one on their neck, I just leave it on all connected. I put it over their head, and then I put it around their stomach. And then we go outside. And we're not out very long, just enough for them to go to the bathroom. But I have to because we have snow. Madison says, for Michelle, you found a lot of mysteries in your family. Some people don't take surprises very well. I bet. Have you watched the shows where they find the family? Yeah. So Michelle started school in 75. Your mom had Sears and Joskies. Ooh, that must have been a regional thing. Never heard of Joskies. We did Kmart. Actually, Kmart bought Sears brand, and there's not. Does anybody still have a Kmart that's open? We don't have any open here anymore, but I don't think they went out of business completely. Deb. Oh, that's what Madison made. She made a dress for her monkey. It's so cute. You guys, you'll love to see it. That was for mine for September. I could make a poncho for your alien baby. For which game, though? Oh, the Lori poncho. You're right. I could make it small. There is a Lori poncho. I could make a little one. Make it for my alien baby. That's true. That way it's not too big. Yeah, I'm not sure, Linda. I was under the impression you could design one and name it after yourself, but I didn't know if it was. I figured you could do that anyway, but maybe I interpret it the way I wanted to hear it. It's possible. I don't know. So Michelle, tell Madison you had 2 surprises on your hubby's side. Your hubby had no interest in meeting his half brother. Also, oh well, is that because he was upset that somebody was messing around with somebody else? Also found hubby had an aunt that no one knew about. Michelle says, yeah, she agrees about the Pop-Tarts. I know, they would have such a bigger market. 23andMe. Oh, I heard about that. I heard something, but I didn't know about it. You have to download it to keep it. Okay. I probably have it already in the file somewhere because that was a long time ago I did that. I'm sure I have it. It's probably on a computer 2 computers ago or something. Madison, your brother won't do a test because he is afraid there are more kids out there other than the one that popped up as a surprise. So, you never know. It's possible. People do tests and find out that somebody in the family murdered somebody. Yeah, that happens too. But your mother did a test and had to confess that your brother and I did not have the same father. Oh my gosh. Oh, she didn't have to tell anybody. But why did she do the test if she knew, or did she not know? Was this a case that she didn't realize that was somebody else's? He was somebody else. Yeah, sometimes it's not really a accidents can be real accidents, you know. Even birth control fails sometimes. So it's possible it wasn't a bad reason for her sleeping with two different people. You used a tube socks suit when you had a mini doxy. Oh, yeah, a tube sock. I've seen those people. Yeah, I don't. I don't think they're small enough for a tube sock at the moment, but definitely my sock centro. I don't know if the sock centro would be. I don't think it'd be big enough for the dogs, but so there's been some videos that just went up, people talking about, and there's like 4 sizes of centro. There's a 22 pin, a 32 pin, a 40, and a 48. I didn't know there's that many. I have the 22. Now a 32 would be nice. I think that might be just a little bit bigger to use to make bigger stuffies. You could make stuffies with them because you can use a glove and make a rabbit or something. I seen a video out there about that. Use a granny square and make an animal out of it. Make a Christmas tree out of it. Deb, your Uncle Trey star family back. Oh, your Uncle Trace. You must be talking on your phone. Trey Star. Back to Prussia. Oh, cool. My grandmother had a plate that was made in Prussia. My mom had it for a long time. I don't know who has it now. I didn't take it when we cleaned out the stuff. Somebody else took it. Michelle, you always thought you were a combo of mom and dad, but since you had your grandson, you mostly look like your dad. Your little man looks just like your baby pics. Oh, yeah. Now, my son, if he's with his dad, they say he looks like his dad. And if he's with me, they say he looks like me. So I had somebody at work at my other job where I just left, swore he looked just like my son, because in Utah, everybody has them ugly beards and stuff, the nasty ones that aren't trimmed and nice. They just let them grow like an old woman's bush. That's what I say they look like, an old woman's bush. So, yeah, he looked just like my son. Now, when he got married, he trimmed it up nice. But other than that, nobody cares. They don't care what they look like. Madison, your 23 and me is still working fine. Oh, okay. Maybe they haven't made some changes to it yet. I probably need to look into it and see. I know I downloaded it back when I had it. Okay, Deb, thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you could make it this morning. You have the 40 and 48. So what kind of is the size difference on those? Well, doesn't every 17-year-old want an older woman? That was not his fault that she wasn't protected. And it's not the kid's fault that he was born. Back then, pretty much everybody had all their babies and they gave them up for adoption is what they did. They had them though. But, it's just, Does that taint the memory of his dad, maybe? That he was a floozy, I guess you would call it. He had a fling before he went in the army. He was 17. He didn't know if he was going to die. He wanted an older woman before he went in the army. Every kid wants an old, well, not everyone, but yeah. I mean, 17-year-olds have a lot of hormones, and he wasn't going to be getting any girls for a while. So yeah, I think he was in a bar when he was 17. He was a little there was a lot of stuff going on with him, huh? But went in the army. He was in the army. They should be able to drink whatever age they are. They're facing death. They should be able to do whatever they want in the military. And they do sometimes. My brother got into a lot of trouble in the military, and they took care of him. Yeah. The MPs, they take care of their own. See, Nightbot's been really nice. If Lori shows up, I think we're going to see a different Nightbot. Madison, your mother knew. She always lied. She was only 16 when she got pregnant with your brother. She didn't know who the father was. I just need to write a book titled Who's My Daddy? I bet if you Googled it, there's one out there. Aw. You know, there's something in every family, you know. I mean, there's hidden things in almost every family. I mean, my everybody in my family thought we were rich. Apparently, they thought we were well off. Well, both my parents worked. They only had one parent working. My parents both worked, so we were all able to do the nice things, get the nice things. We went camping. We had all the equipment. We went camping. They saved money by camping. Didn't stay in a hotel. Had a tent. Never had a trailer, but they put the stuff on top of the car. But we had new bicycles once every 3 or 4 years. But both parents worked. I didn't have a parent at home. I was a latchkey kid. Now, do they think that was better because we had all that stuff? Or was having a parent home better and not having all that stuff? That's perspective. And everybody's childhood is different, and you turn out different. Maybe I shouldn't have had all that stuff, and I wouldn't want all that stuff now, right? Don't know. But everybody, I talking to people as a grown-up, other people in the family thought we were well off because we had stuff. But yeah, my mom worked and my dad worked. So nobody was home. They worked. Linda says 40 makes baby size hats. 48 makes adult size hats. Oh, 8 stitches is that much difference, huh? So Lori, oh no, I would think a 32 would make a baby size hat, but I don't know. I'd have to. Have you done one on each and showed the difference? That would be so fascinating, Linda. Maybe you have done that and I haven't seen it, but you haven't been doing videos for very long. That would be a good video. Do a hat with the same yarn on each one, the same size yarn, and show what the different ones are between the 40 and the 48. Because I think I have the small Centro, but I have the big Addy. I haven't even taken that one out of the box because it intimidates me. Deb has one too. I don't know if she's taken it out of the box either. But I did just see a video. Somebody was talking about all 4 sizes. It's saved. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Michelle says he was a challenge. That's a good way to put it. That's why Grandma signed him into the army. Oh, that's interesting. My brother went in early too, but it was because he was a challenge and not very happy at home, apparently, because we were a very religious family, and he was the first one, so he got the most discipline. Yeah, my dad had a heavy hand with the corporal punishment, so to speak. I got handled a lot too, even as a girl. I don't think my sister did. I think she was the one who got, I don't think she ever got beat. I think she was the one that, she was the good child. I think she was the one that she could go up to daddy. Could I da 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 da? I think that's the one. I couldn't do that. That was not me. I could never do that. I didn't feel like, no, I can't do that to anybody now. That's just not in me. You know, flash the little eyes and say, please, please, can I do this? Hell no. That's why I decided I'm if I want it, I'd take care of it myself. I ask, and if I don't get any offers of help or whatever it is I need, I just do it myself. I plan to do it myself now. I don't even bother asking anymore. Madison, your kid's dad had a brother pop up as an uncle to your kids, but that was the weekend their dad died. Oh. Several months later, the uncle came to meet my daughter, first blood relative he ever met. Wow. Wow. You do have a very interesting family. You need to write that up. You recently connected half sisters who were both adopted by different families. Yeah, that happens a lot. I mean, I've seen it on shows. I don't think nowadays, I'm not sure. I hear people say it's hard to adopt now, and then sometimes it's not. I don't know. I'm not sure where that sits right now in the world for adopting. Well, let's see. Looks like I'm caught up with chat. So let me show a project. I was showing my MJ's off the hook. This is 2 cakes. This is 2 cakes, and it's probably about 30 inches. Maybe it's not exactly square, but I was going to add another one. Where did I put it? I was going to put one more on it, and I think that would be it because it'll probably be about lap size, which could be wheelchair size. It could be a baby blanket. It's really soft, so it could be a baby blanket, except it has bigger holes in it. So I wouldn't want it to be a baby blanket per se, but maybe for a larger kid. So yeah, that's one of them. That's the MJ's one. I think it qualifies because it started out as her project. Let me put that over there. And this was for my Prince project for Crochet HD. Oh, I know those are it was clearance at Michael's, so I don't know if they're even going to have them anymore, but I bought them all. I loved them. This was Stitch of the Month a couple months ago. Helix, a couple months ago, yeah. This was like it's a block stitch. You just like chain 3 and then do a triple, and then you just keep doing that in the spaces all the way up. Really nice, really fast. It's definitely open. So what I ended up doing was making a cowl out of it. And what I want to do is I want to line it with this lime green. I got this remnant over at Hobby Lobby. So it's going to be for my Prince project. I might just, if I can't get this lined, I might just submit it as it is. But to use it and for it to be practical in the snow, I should line it. Now, this is pretty thick fleece. I don't think I might be able to use a yarn, a skinny yarn on a thread to attach it, because this, I think it will go through because of the, but this stretches. So what I wanted to do is line it. And I thought that would look pretty cool showing through the purple. I thought that would look really neat. And it would be lined, so it would be warmer. And it'd also be reversible, sort of. Because I could attach it and then turn it inside out. So the seam would be like on the inside, and then just sew up the edge, the last, like you're doing a pillow. you know, kind of. I can even stuff it. No, I can't stuff it because it's going to have holes. But anyway, it would be reversible. I thought that would be kind of cool. So I'll probably submit it and then I'll never finish it. That's probably what's going to happen. Let me put that over there. You won't even know that's there. And then, whoops. Oh no, what I dropped? Oh, okay. Let's see. This is for my cartoon one. This is my Daphne. Michelle says it'll qualify here and says you can modify. Just say okay, yeah, that's good because I only have one more cake and it's really fast. I want to get that done. I just started another one. Yeah, I started my December project just to see what it was going to look like. And so, yeah, couldn't help it. I have to do my ends on this one. This is done. This is the scarf for Daphne from Scooby-Doo. This is the scarf she wears. It's a neon green in the picture I have. And she has a lavender headband on. So I need to put a button on this. And I just got those Apple buttons. And I thought, oh, that'll be perfect. I just need a button. So I'll be putting this on for Daphne. Now, I started a purple sweater, but I did not like the sweater. I'm not going to be able to finish it. It was too ambitious of me. So I need to find something dark purple to wear under this as Daphne. And I'm sure I have I probably have something purple. Now, I'm not sure if I have it here. I don't know. I don't have any purple t-shirts. I don't know. I'll have to find something. I think, well, maybe I'll bring up images of her and see if she wears any other colors. She might have another dress. I think she only ever wears one dress, right? And it's purple. So anyway, I got to do the ends on that. Finish I'm going to do the button on that. I just did that back and forth this way. And then I did a thing on the end. So the holes, I'll put the button on this end and then the button will go through these holes on this end. So that's for Jackie Crochet ADHD. Then this is my December project for Summer Down Under for Lori. And it's Summer Down Under, and I got the kiwi yarn and the apple yarn. So this is the kiwi yarn, Parfait Chunky Fruits, kiwi. And this is what it's supposed to look like. It's a striped. It's not a variegated. So I was sitting trying to figure out what I was going to do. And I ended up deciding to do a granny. So I've got 4 cakes and I'm not done with one yet. So it's really kind of interesting how it's striping. Madison, that's how you found out about the mystery aunt. Her biological daughter did the 23andMe to find her mom's medical history. She's adopted. Yeah, my bestie was adopted, and she eventually went out to find her family, and that's all she wanted to know was the medical history. She actually had almost died when she had her baby with a heart condition, but she wanted to know what her medical history was. She's a nurse, and kind of needed to know that information because sometimes you have things that are genetic and you just don't know. Adopted in the 40s. Wow. Michelle, you only recall one dress. Yeah, I know. I guess it made it easier to do the cartoons in those days when they wore the same things all the time, huh? They could reuse some of the same frames. Michelle, Madison, your daughter was disappointed that her father was not an alien from outer space. I almost made this a lovey. I almost put a hole in the middle to make it a lovey because I figured I probably have a stuffy somewhere that this would match, but I probably still could attach it to a stuffed animal or something, make it a little blanket for a stuffed animal that it matches, or my alien. I don't know, but I'm going to use 2 cakes. I have enough time to do 2 for the granny because I just started the brown and there's only a little bit of brown and then it goes to green and it goes to a lot of green. So as it gets bigger, But what I did was I went back and forth. Instead of going completely around every row, I did a back and forth. So some of the striping was different. I thought about doing the log cabin. I thought about doing a corner to corner, and I thought, let me just do a granny. I have plenty of time if I want to do more balls, make it bigger, depending on how it looked. And I think it's going to be nice, squishy. It's working out okay. It's just a normal granny. I didn't do anything special. Thought about making a sweater, but I sure as hell am not going to wear this. It's too hot. I would never wear it, but it could be, I have friends that have cats. I could give it to them for their cats. This, I thought, after one cake's done, pillow. Maybe. Pillow. What I do with my pillows is I put them inside pillowcases. So there's color. If there's holes in this, I go to Dollar Tree and I get the pillowcases, and then I wrap them up and the pillow form inside the pillowcase, and the whole thing can be thrown in the washing machine. So it's not showing just white through. It shows the color through whatever's in the pillowcase, and there's green ones. So I thought that would work with this. It could show through green through the holes. So I'm thinking I'll find out how big my pillow forms are. I think I bought 16s and 18s. Or my spider web. This cover comes off. I have to see what it looks like underneath, if it's actually round. Could be interesting. I think the pillow idea is a good idea, because then I can just, make two of them. Find out how big, keep going till I get that, and then just start the other cake and just do it two-sided, with this. Or do it solid on the other side. I could do a solid granny on one side and the open on the other side. But what size hook am I using? I'm using this. I'm using this one. It doesn't say. It's kind of come off. I'm not sure if it's a G. It looks like a G. It's not a J, so I think it's a G, which would be a GH5. H is 5, so that'd be 4.5. G, is it G plus 4.5? Not sure. Good thing about the granny is it can be done whenever you want. Yeah, that's one reason I like them. I could finish it and it becomes cat mat. Michelle likes a spider web. That was Costco. It was $3. Yeah, and the cover comes off. It was it was their Halloween clearance, and it's not even Halloween yet. I don't go there very often because I don't have room for any more big stuff. But I did want to get some almond milk because I'm getting rid of my expired stuff, and I know I have stuff that's been in there for a very long time. And so I'm going to replace it with the vanilla almond milk instead of buying fresh milk. Because last time I opened up a fresh milk to have cereal, mold came out. Apparently, I don't drink enough cereal. I don't eat enough cereal. G plus is 4.5. Okay, so this is probably a 4.5. These are the Odyssey. I really, really like them. But they just have stickers on the bottom for the numbers. And that's really annoying. So what I have to do is probably get a little piece of tape or something, or get something and put it on there, put the number on it. I don't want to damage the hooks, but you're so excited that today in the mail I am getting crystals. Are you? Oh my goodness, you're going to have to send me a picture because I didn't buy any. I didn't figure I'd get any. Did you have to keep pushing the button to see if you could get it? Where did she sell it from? Tell me all the deets. Maybe no, I don't think so. I did. What did I buy? I just bought something. Oh, darn good yarn. I posted that coupon on my wall. Silk hanks for $4 each. Wow, that is a good deal. I got 20 of them. That's like a lot of yardage. That would make a beautiful top. Beautiful top. Oh, she's got them on her Etsy channel. I'll go take a look and see what she's got. I just did get some more chemnits. I love chemnits. I got those 2 yarn mops, and I did get her Halloween Advent or whatever. I got that one. It's coming eventually. Yeah, definitely send me a picture. You're still playing that game, huh? I have to use Nightbot to turn that on and off. I wanted to do a Disney Princess one. I haven't got around to doing that yet, though. Let's see. Oh, I'm all caught up. Okay. Anyway, that was that. That's one cake. This is the oh, there's a hook. Okay. But yeah, it looks like that, and there's like sometimes there's only a little bit of the color, so it's kind of random. I don't know why, if it's because of kiwi. I'm not sure. But because I'm going in a square, it's going to look different than it would any other way. She will always have most of them you pre-order. Oh, there are one-offs that won't be duplicated. Oh, okay. Hi, Shannon. You getting ready for work? Bye-bye, butterfly. Oh, how cute. I don't have any smash cakes. I don't personally don't care for the smash cakes because of the black, and it's very busy. So it's not something that I'm going to really want to work with. I would have to be way more creative to make it look good than I want to. I like striping, but I don't really like the black automatically mixed in. I know Erin is in love with them, and that is wonderful. Everybody has an eye for something different, huh, Shannon? So let me see. Let me put this over here. I will show you my Judy's butterfly project. Let me see. There was another cake over here somewhere I thought I grabbed. I bought these t-shirt yarns off of Amazon, and thought I grabbed the other one. Oh, I'm probably sitting on it. No, where did it go? Did it fall? I don't know. It was here. Oh my goodness. I'll find it as soon as I'm done. But I bought this t-shirt yarn off Amazon because Judy's butterfly is blue, black, white, and pink. So I started making this, and so I'm going to make a basket. Well, I started doing around, and it started curling just the itsy bits. But what I realized is there's a girl out there that has a chicken. I'm going to make a chicken. See? It's going to end up being a chicken, I hope. I'm following her pattern. So it's doing this right now. It's bowling up a little bit, but now what I do is I go up 5 rows, and then it's going to attach, and then you do that. It's like the other chickens. You do the head smaller, and then you do the tail a little bit smaller, and it should be a chicken. Now I think I could, and then the pink part, I'm going to do the top for the pink, and then maybe use regular yarn for the beak. That's the goal, because I wanted to do a basket, but I saw the chicken. I thought, I can do that. So doing this in t-shirt yarn is very interesting. She's using regular blanket yarn, but yeah. Anywho, that's what I decided to do with that. I only have 2 of these, so I'm hoping I have enough. We'll see. If it's not chicken, it'll be something else. So let me see. Okay, I got all that. This, I still haven't finished working on it. I really like it. I want to finish it. It's a front and back panel sweater. It's just 3 double crochets chained to 3 double crochets. So it's got holes in it. It's just going to be a shell. Now, did you watch Amy Loves Crochet? You got to watch her last video. She made a boo-boo. She made a sweater and made a really big boo-boo. You got to watch it. It's very, very funny. She made stuff like this, and it has holes in it. It's not exactly like this one, but it's just a front and a back panel. And then you just sew up the top and do the side. So yeah, these are great, but they still take a lot of time, and you got to do it twice. Good morning, Janice. How are you? Elaine says, good morning, Shannon. You had breakfast with me today. Yeah, your video will keep me company as I churn out mini projects. Yes, 100 of them. Isn't that what you said? I'm sorry. Amy loves crochet. I believe oops. What did I do? That made me bigger. I don't know. At Amy loves do believe that's it. Well, I'm glad. They're very cute. Now, I don't know if you guys are all watch Lisa from Happy to Hook. She she bought a claw machine and she was trying to figure out what size toys to make to put in the claw machine. It was like a $50 toy, whatever. She found out you could put one little toy in it like this. She crochet it, probably the size of those little ones you're doing, and the claw machine would pick it up, and she would take them to her shows and let people pull a toy out of it. You know, they would pay her and then keep playing till they got a toy. Or you can make a little bag, a little grab bag that has a little toy in it and a couple other things, and it's $5 and it's one of your $5 toys. Because you know what? A lot of people like a mystery toy. Instead of knowing what they're going to get, they'd rather buy a mystery toy. Just saying, that's what we do with yarn. Sometimes if I see the yarn, I won't buy it. But if it's a mystery bag, I'll buy it. It's psychological. So that was this one. And I'm using this pink hooked match, so I know which one goes with it. But I really want to finish this. So then I have this scarf that I was making for somebody, and it's hand-dyed yarn. I only have 2 of these, and this is one cake, and I only have 2 cakes. Oh shoot, I lost uh-oh. Where'd this come from? I came off of something. Oh no. Probably that one. Let me put it back over here. I don't know if this is going to be big enough for anything. I might have to make it a cowl. I'm not sure, but it looks like it's a V stitch. I'm not sure. I'll have to, when I go back, let's see. That's not the top. This is, so I'm not, no, that can't be the top. This is where it started. So it has to be going this way. Okay, it is a V-stitch. It's going this way. So it is long. So maybe if I do 2 of these, it could be a little neck wrap. So this is, if it's blocked, I think it'll be bigger. But this is one of them. It's just pink with a little gray in it. And this is supposed to be for somebody in California that I never finished it yet. But winter's coming, so hopefully I can get this finished in time for them. And it's not too cold there, so this would be kind of perfect. And I think if I use another one, it'll be twice this big. It'll be just the right size. And I don't have to make it a cowl. I could make it just a regular scarf. And it's real drapey. And it is hand-dyed yarn. So, yeah, I got another cake somewhere. I got to start working on it. And then I had this one I never finished. This was for July for Lisa. Movie poster. This is my red, white, and blue project. I never finished that, but I really want to because I love a good chevron. I love this. I love the way it's working up. I really want to finish this. Doesn't matter. It can be used anytime. Maybe I can have it done for the next patriotic holiday. Which would that be? Labor, November, December, January, Martin Luther King Day. Maybe that's patriotic. So we'll see. That'll be in the list to dos when I want to work on something different. And I think that was all I brought over here with me to show you guys. Oh, let me see. Come on. No, you're all fine. Just stay there. You're fine. Just stay there. Okay. Today, another crochet hook. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, another crochet hook. Got them laying all over the place. Today, I want to pull this out. And I got to put up my backdrop for my 70s video. And I'd like to get that backdrop up so that I can start doing it. Oh, Veterans Day is November. Okay, that'll work. Lisa, yeah, she's just hitting it on those amigurumi. I did take advantage of the bag sale at Premiere, and I did buy some chenille, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be using it all. If I have somebody that's going to be getting a prize or something and they like doing amigurumi, I could share some with them. Elaine. You could get some real yarn instead of just scraps. Wouldn't that be nice? I saw you get so excited when I sent you full skeins. I thought, oh. Then I felt bad about sending you a bunch of scraps. When you were so excited you got full skeins of yarn. But I thought you might like the fuzzy stuff to work it in some of your animals. November, yeah. That might be good. I could do that for November. Let's see, my project. Oh, what did I just see? I saw somebody make a snowman out of pumpkins or something. That could be an unusual pumpkin and also work for a Christmas project. So that was MJ's off the hook. She just put up a pumpkin. No, Star Wars is May the 4th be with you, right? That's May. Oh, Ayala. You're talking about Nightbot. Okay, yeah, I haven't been. Somebody, who was it? Oh, Helix wanted to see my yarn stash. I took all those bags, put them back in my bedroom, but well, then it will have been worth it then if I can get you some sales, because that was just disappointing. It was an experiment, basically. It was cheap. They were like $17 a piece for an advent calendar, right? What do you think you're going to get? They probably paid like $6 or $7 for them and sold them for $17 as an advent calendar and made money off of it. Because, not everybody's out there for generosity. People are out there to make money. Some people do stuff like that to make money. That's their business. Just like on Etsy, sometimes there's stuff people resell. They buy this stuff really cheap and they resell it. There's people reselling Joanne's yarn full price. Yeah, and you know how much we paid for it. There's Hobby Lobby yarn out there being sold for full price, and we paid $1 for it, $1.25. So people need to make money somehow, and that's sometimes how they do it. I don't fault them for it, but I don't want to be scammed either. And that was very misleading. What they advertised was misleading. They didn't show a picture of what was inside the little bags. Now, if they just showed a picture of what was inside the little bags, I would have said, oh, hell no. Yeah, that would have been my thing. What I should have done was taken a picture of what was inside them and posted it in the review so everybody knew it was a scam. But then they send you nasty notes. One time somebody didn't mail me something in the manner that I paid for it, and I posted a question up on one of the message boards about it. I got slammed with hate. I'm like, I'm just asking a question. If I pay for a certain postage, shouldn't I get that postage? Why would they send it a different way if I paid for one way? Because they could get it sent cheaper, even though they told me they were sending it priority. They sent it ground because it was cheaper. So they made money off of me paying for higher postage. That's not cool. Yeah, really. I bought two. They were 17, and that's a good deal for an Advent, right? Except you saw what Elaine got. That was two of the Advents, and it was just little pieces of scraps. Value yarn. Maybe, I don't know if it's even soft. I don't think it's Red Heart, so it might be a little nicer, but no, it was just a bunch of little scraps. And that's how you buy them from China, because I seen them on Temu. They sell them on those sites. So that's what the guy did. I think I bought those probably, I was looking for discounted Advents that were last year's models because people couldn't sell them. So I was kind of looking for that to see if people had things out there marked down because they didn't sell. And I found those. I go to eBay only once in a while when I'm looking for my shoes, my expensive shoes, because they're very expensive. So I try to get the new ones that are new in box or still with tags for cheaper. Chris Allen's Creative Loops had a scathing review of Hooks and Needles. Ooh, I don't subscribe to Chris Allen. And Hooks and Needles. Oh, somebody else opens one of those boxes. It's a subscription box, and I don't watch them. So one of my subscribers opens one of those. How interesting. Let me write that down. I don't subscribe to that person. Maybe I should. Chris Allen. Creative Loops. You have about 30 Advents in your scrap box. Yeah, I think you do. You weren't happy with their Ami kit. Okay, you were one that I saw too that wasn't happy with it. And then somebody else was doing one, but I didn't look at it. A lot of people have been buying their kits, apparently. Whoa. That's the one you did, Elaine? I saw you dealing with that. That's frustrating. He even contacted a few designers informing them that H&M stole their designs. Wow. Hi, Thrifty. I didn't see you either. Sorry about that. I think I was busy with something. Rachel. Well, I understand the reason you guys we review things on our channels would be to inform people. So of course we're going to want to know who it is. So I don't believe when somebody buys from somebody and it doesn't turn out well, they should not say, because isn't that the whole point you're opening it, is to show us what it is? And if it's crap, we should know who you got it from. Just saying. Just like if it's wonderful, you want to tell us who it's from, then if it's crap, you should tell us who it's from. So we know not to buy from that person if we agree with you. I think that's what people should do. But I've seen some big creators get something that's crap and not want to tell us who it is. And that's not right. Because if you tell us who the good stuff's from, you should tell us who the crap's from too. That's my opinion. I saw me get a mention. I saw that. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. I love your teddy bear in your picture. That's so cute. I like to change my picture up every once in a while. Yeah, I don't want to name names, but you all know who it is. Because I was watching it and I'm like, really? You're not going to tell us who it is so that we can't go buy it. We choose not to buy from them because we see how much crap it is. I typically, when I was doing all my openings, I did not say it was crap, but you guys have eyeballs, right? You can tell yourself if you want to buy it or not. But I told you who it was from. But I'm not gonna lambast them. If I'm getting just one-offs every single skein, each one's good on its own, but I don't have enough to make a project. If that's something you don't want, you'll know and not to buy from that person if that's what they give you. But you might have that match up with something in your stash. So it doesn't make it a bad box. It just means that if that's all you're getting and it isn't enough to make a project, then that's not something you want. Let's see, Miss. Everybody agrees with me. I'm glad. It's always nice to have a popular opinion. Who's Teddy Bear? Thrifty has a teddy bear in her little picture. Also, doing a review is helpful because things that would be deal breakers for you, that's right. Huh, Shannon? Sometimes you can tell by their facial expressions. Oh, yeah, I know. Unless you're an expert liar like I am. Oh, my God. It takes a lot of practice. I worked in human resources. I've had to lie. I think my eyes. It's mostly my eyes are dead, but I try to keep the rest of it positive, but it's my eyes that are really like, oh, yeah. Linda. No, I'm very sincere when I'm sincere, but I was told when I was a child that if somebody gave you a toy that you already had, you don't tell them you already have one because that might hurt their feelings. Just say it's wonderful and you like it and thank you. Just say thank you and such. Just be grateful and appreciative and be thankful. And if you don't like it, do something with it later. And but I got to tell you a few things my parents did that was really weird. I don't know what. I would love to find out from my mother what was in her head thinking to let me do some of the things I did when I was a child. I had a great aunt who was very old. We would go visit her. It was one of those things you did back in the day. You go visit the old people. And we go visit her, and I was probably about 6, and I really, really liked her rocking chair. And I go to my mom. I go, Mom, I wonder if I can, if Aunt so-and-so dies, if I can have her rocking chair. My mom said, go ask her. Seriously. She told me to go ask her, and I did. Okay. That's not right. I think about that. I'm thinking, how horrible. I should never have been allowed to do that. And then there was a couple other things that I was allowed to do. And like, what was my mother thinking in letting me do some of those things? I don't understand. I'd be horrified now. I'd never do that. Well, hello, Lexi. Did I cut into your morning time? I've been on for quite a while. I just got up and there was nothing going on. Yeah, but I didn't get it. I didn't get the chair. I love rocking chairs. I always have. My babysitter had a rocking chair that I wanted to. No, I didn't get the rocking chair. I'm sure her family had it. I was just little at the time. I understand, Michelle. It is when you're older, My grandmother was getting older and she put names on everything if she wanted somebody specific to have it. And, that's fine. But I was 6. I should have been taught that's not something we do. I mean, yeah. Of course. Now, if you were really old and a little kid came up to you, what would you think? Would you think that's okay? I mean, I really enjoy coming here. I like your rocking chair and I want your rocking chair when you die. Do you think that is endearing? Do you think that's creepy? What would you think if you were old and child did that to you? I mean, I wouldn't probably be angry about it or anything. I probably would think it's funny. I would, but I don't know if everybody would. Oh, my coffee got cold, but it's okay. I have soda too. I have soda from last night. It's okay if the soda's warm, but I don't like cold coffee. This, Linda, yeah, I know, huh? At least someone wants it. I'd probably give it to him right now. Say, you want it? Here, you got room in the car? Take it. This is that one I tasted. 0 sugar, ice cream sundae soda, artificially flavored. It's got a back taste of chocolate, like a cream soda with a little chocolate in it. This one's good. I did not like the other one I got, the Pepsi one. I'm not really careful. I'll probably take it to work because we have those tables at work. That I can take stuff that I don't want. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm going to be able to take all kinds of stuff that I decide I want to get rid of and actually encourage me to get rid of more because I know somebody will be able to take it. Terry, hello. Good morning. Welcome back. I haven't seen you for a bit. Yeah, I would think so, Madison. I mean, I had given stuff to my grandparents, gifts and things. And when my oldest grandma died, she still had some of those things. I took them back. Art things that I had made her. What I got from her was a couple ceramic pieces and the thing I made her something and gave it to her, took that back, and then a couple art pictures, just crafty things, and a piece of furniture, but that piece of furniture broke, so I don't have that anymore. Hi, Sherry. Welcome. Yeah, I know, Shannon. It would be nice to be able to yeah, but you have to have stuff that people want. I have a lot of disposable stuff because I buy cheap. I have a few things that are kind of nice, but a lot of it's tchotchkes, tchotchkes. I have my Starbucks collection. Maybe I'll find somebody on actually what I could do now, since it's just sitting around, somebody else probably would love it. Go to like next door, that marketplace, and sell the whole thing, all of them, for a price. Somebody probably would buy them, and then I could start over and just not get any at all. Huh? Wouldn't that be great? A couple $100 for all my Starbucks cups, and then somebody else will have them, and I won't have to deal with them. I've had them, I've enjoyed them, and now they're gone. That's kind of, you have to be in the right frame of mind to do that, though. I'm like right now, I'm in that frame of mind. I could do that, but later, I don't know. If anybody's just coming in, I was showing some things I was working on previously. So if you want to go back and watch the replay, I had a bunch of projects. MJ's Off the Hook. I had Crochet DHD's project. My Summer Down Under project. I'm working on that already. And I have a patriotic project that I might be able to use for something, and a hand-dyed yarn scarf. The painful part is just a couple of days after losing somebody and the vultures. Yeah, yeah. Or they show up without telling you and take everything before you get a chance to get there. That happens too. My mom's mother died, and the family went in and just, somebody had their hands on the pictures and only gave the people who were in the pictures their own pictures. So my mom had no pictures of any other of the family unless they gave them to her. So she had one picture of this brother, and she had 6 in her family. So some of them, she barely had any pictures at all, but then she had all the pictures of her family. So yeah, that was when I was very small. That grandmother passed away. Well, I have a lot of stories about stuff that I did there too. Me and my cousin. Good thing we didn't spend more time together. Me and her together were trouble. We were trouble. I spent some time at that grandma's house, and she's the one who actually watches over me. She's my spirit guide. She's the one that watches over me, that has all the work to do. So maybe because she passed when I was young, she was the one put in charge of me. Because I was told I had an Indian guide too. So maybe that she took over for the Indian. Maybe the Indian said, "I'm getting out of here. She's yours now." Yeah, it can be, if there's family. I've heard of that. I've heard of people selling things off before any of the family can get there, and that's that. Even though that person has a right to part of that property or whatever, they just get rid of it. My husband's family was going to inter him into the crypt with his parents without even informing the cemetery that I was his wife and I have to sign off on it. Yeah. His daughter told me that they were going to be doing this. So I contacted they didn't even notify me they were going to do it. They didn't want me to know that they were going to have a service and everything. So his daughter sent me a message and told me. And so I contacted the home, and they called her right immediately. And she called me and asked me if I was going to sign the papers. I said, well, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't you just contact me? Because I'm the devil. That's why. They think I'm the devil. So it's like, really? So otherwise I wouldn't even have known they were going to do it. My son wouldn't have even been able to go to his father's funeral. So I didn't think it was a great idea because he never liked being with his mother that long. Now he's with her for eternity. So, but that's on them now. If he doesn't like it, that's on them. He won't be haunting me. He'll be haunting them. So let's see. Who's got something going on? What is your video? Oh, Shannon, your video's up already today. So let's see. Yours is up. Lexi's going to go live pretty soon. Maybe we can come visit Lexi. When are you going live, Lexi? Maybe I can watch you while I'm rearranging. I have to pull all this stuff out and put up my curtains over there and decide what I'm going to do with these cabinets. I put all those bags that were here back in my bedroom. I took the box. I took everything out that had yarn in it and sorted it and put it in bags. So all the yarn's in bags now instead of in boxes, because when you get it, it's in a box. So I just kind of set it aside. But now everything's sorted again in bags. So they're all in the bedroom. I didn't take those to storage. My son never came and picked them up, but they're gone, right? They're back in my bedroom. Lori's is up too. Good. Okay, we'll watch Lori's. 8 whose time? Our time. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, because you have the same time I do, so 8. So I'll go in a few minutes so I can grab me some more coffee and start tearing this spot apart. I might these cabinets, I have 2 of these. I'm not sure if I want them over here. But I don't really have much more wall space to put them. If I have room for something, there's something there. It's kind of difficult. I like having them. I bought them specifically to put my stuff in because I don't have any display space. But I don't know. I don't have room for both of them on the same. I have room for 2 of them here, but I don't really want them over there. And there's not room for both of them on this side because that's where the front door is. So, oh, good. The trash truck's coming. They got room for my stuff now. I can go throw more stuff out. Yeah, I have absolutely no more room for those anywhere else other than this corner. This is my dining room. So, and I want to be able to access the back because I want to put those curtains up for my themes because this is where I do my videos over here. I want to be able to put my themed shower curtains up. Let's see. Are you going to put the new curtain up today? Yes, that's the plan. It's not as wide as I thought it was. I don't think it's going to cover the whole thing. So I'm going to have to just tuck it back here. It's a tension rod. So I'll just have it stretched out and it'll have to go over there. And I'll probably put it up all the way. I think it's long enough to put it up all the way. And then I'll just have those 2 shelves here. This, I think I'm going to push that way. And then put those other 2 racks on this corner because they're very skinny. I saw them when I got my box. The box isn't very big, so I think they're very thin. I have put things together today too, but I have to get my stuff set up for my Decade Divas video. I have things to hang. I have lights, and I have my costume. So I'd like to do that before it's the last minute, because then once that's done, I can take it down. Well, thank you. That's the shower curtain I got at Ross. I do have one that's all pumpkins. I'm going to use that for November because pumpkins is my theme for November. I hope I get it done the way I'm talking about it. I mean, it's in my head. I'm sorry. It'll give you some afternoon videos to watch. I have hundreds of people on my subscribe list. I just add it to my watch later. And then when I have a chance, I sit down, I just watch it, and it just goes through all of them, and then I delete them. So that's really why I don't comment on all this stuff. Well, Lexi, did you watch the one Saturday about Karen Carpenter? That was amazing. That was just amazing. It was awesome. I'm hoping to get a couple shorts out of mine to put up that maybe I can get a couple thousand views like my dog did when he got his foot stung by the bee. My watch later list is huge now because I usually listen to it at work and then I just save the ones that I want to watch. But I can't do that while I'm in training. So when I get home, I usually will turn it on right away. But Emmys were on last night. I wanted to watch the Emmys and then they got boring. I only watched it for the comedian and he wasn't on it that much. I like Nate. Are you making stuff, Linda, while you're listening? We want to see those hats. I really want you to do that. I think that would be awesome. How often do you use your Centros? Linda's got 2 different sizes. She's got the 2 big ones. Yeah, really. Does she do everything that elaborate? I don't I went out and subscribed to everybody that was in Decade Divas, but I wasn't subscribed to all of them before. Oh God, that reminds me, I have to do laundry. I should go do it while everybody's at work today. Thank you for reminding me. I have 2 containers, and when one gets full, that's like 3 loads of laundry. I got to go do it. Oh, good. Thank you. I'll try not to make you run off the road. Which Decade Diva? Oh, I don't remember her name. But I bet Lori would. She's got the list. She promotes everybody. Oh, I have a list. Where did I have it? I saved it. Because when I do my video, I have to talk about the people that are coming up. So I made a copy of it. It was Saturday. It was just got put up. I subscribed to everybody, but I don't remember. It's in my email. Let's see. Who did I search? I searched Shannon, I think. It's a long way back. There was in August. It was August 9th, I believe. There it is. September. Heather's Creative Corner. Had to be her. The 13th. Or was it Strings and Thread Heather? There's 2 Heathers. No, it was just this one. It had to be Heather's Creative Corner. Because the other one was Flourish Crochet with Jana, and she was the young girl, I think. Is that correct, people? Was that it? No, it wasn't Jana, was it? It was the other one, wasn't it? Wasn't the Heather? Well, there's only 2 that went up Saturday, so go watch those 2. It should be on our playlist. Rules. Oh, I'm sorry. I must have missed something in chat. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was yeah, Jana, she said she hasn't put stuff up for a while, but it had to have been Heather. Yeah, there was 2 Heathers 2 days in a row. Ooh, Nightbot's picking on you, Lexi. I guess because Lori's not here. She must be busy today. What's today? Monday. She hasn't been feeling well. Hopefully she's getting some sleep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Let me write it down. Wrong spot. Where's the other one? There it is. Email. Who did I say? Heather's Creative Corner. I believe it was that one. Let me write that down. Do you believe that was the one that did Karen Carpenter? I did go subscribe to all of them, and then usually what I'll do is I'll go back, and if they don't have any content, I will usually unsubscribe if they're not putting anything up. Because sometimes I go through my list, and people haven't put up anything for months or years, and I'm like, oh, okay, well. Because there's only like something old that I wanted, so I subscribe to them, and then they just don't put anything up. So I back off. Because if I have hundreds, I don't need them bogging up my list. But let's see. I also have some sorting to do of my little things. And I'm going to make a sort. I have crafting supplies is going to be a sort that are supplies that I'm going to use to make things. The next one would be stuff that I'm going to use that I bought that I'm actually going to use myself. And the third thing would be things that are good enough to give away in packages and prizes. And then the fourth thing would be things that I don't think are good enough, but I'm going to take them to work because I don't want them. So I'm going to have at least, and then trash, of course. And then there's going to be at least like 4 sorts. I have some boxes of things that I want to do that with. But in the crafting sort, it's going to be crochet and other stuff because I have things that I'm going to use like shoelaces for my shoes. I like the elastic ones so I don't have to tie them. Those are things I'm going to use. So, and electronics, chargers, things like that. So I want to have stuff sorted like that. So if it's something I bought that I'm looking for, I can go look in that box and say it's in there because I knew I was going to use it. So that's my style. That's not a B. That's one of the other girls, one of the other ladies. A slob comes clean. I think it's her. That's her style. Piles. You sort things into like categories and then you can subsort them after that. That way, at least you know where things are. Gardening, car stuff, gardening stuff, tools. That's kind of how I have things sorted so that I know where to go to find it. Couldn't find my light bulbs. They should be with household stuff. Well, I don't know where I put that. I couldn't find my light bulbs because I had one go out in the hallway. I'm like, I got to replace it. I don't want to call them, tell them to come replace it. You know, that's stupid. I just had to find those were the 2 that were Saturday, correct. And if you watch Lori's Stories in Crochet, if you watch Teacher Lori, she talks about all the people that are coming up for the week like she's supposed to. I haven't done that. But in my videos, if I don't post a live, if I post a regular video, all that information is in my video every single time. Yeah. Because that's what we were told to do. That was the rule. We have to promote it. And that's what I did. So, but that I have stuff set aside to sort into that kind of a sort because I have a lot of things that I've purchased that I can give to you guys when I give out prizes and things. I have a lot of bags that I can share. I've been doing that. And so I'd like to be able to start pulling those things and sending them out. Today, Linda, you have a review paperwork to fill out for drug coverage help for Medicare. Oh, do I have to start thinking about doing that stuff even though I'm still working? I turn 63 next year. Do I have to do that before I'm 64? I need to talk to somebody that tells me what to do now that I'm getting old. Because I heard you have to do it even if you're not going to use it. You have to like register for something even though you're not going to use it. Because I don't plan on retiring. I'm still going to have insurance for a while. I want to make sure I get everything fixed that needs to get fixed before I retire so that my insurance is going to cover it. I have a issue with the shoulder. I want to have it checked before I retire to see if I need anything done with it. And, you know, and there's always, I've fallen on my knees a couple times. I want to have them looked at to make sure there's nothing wrong with them, seriously wrong with them. Because I don't want to retire. There's a guy where I used to work in California who ran over the back of his heel with equipment, which we do all the time. It happens all the time because there's always a bar on the bottom of something. And if you pull it behind you too close, you run over your heel. And yeah, I've done that lots of times. I drop things on my feet lots of times. and I've never had any permanent damage. Well, apparently he retired, and then he had to have surgery on his Achilles tendon. Yeah, after he retired. Should have done it before he retired, but he didn't. So, yeah, I want to make sure I get everything fixed. One of my girlfriend has to have eye surgery. She had lenses put in many years ago, and she's having some issues with them now, and she's got to have one replaced that insurance is going to cover, because I think she has a cataract. And so I think they're going to cover that one, but the other one, I don't know if they're covering it. She needs the lenses changed because of the strength of them is not accurate anymore. Oh, the older I get, the more paperwork making, keeping appointments and change. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like a lot of surprises and change. I feel better when I have a plan. When something pops up and it's like something out of the blue, I get kind of anxious and stressed until I have a plan for it. You know, like if I had like I had to have my car in the shop for 2 weeks. They kept it for 2 weeks. I don't know how Michelle can even wrap her head around and survive without her car. But for 2 weeks, it just threw my whole world apart, because I have a second car, but I can't depend on it to get anywhere. So I gave it to my son. It has some problem with it that nobody's been able to figure out what's wrong with it. So I gave it to him so he can use it for parts or fix it or do whatever he wants to do with it, because he has other cars like that. So, but, and so now if I had a car accident, which is real common in Utah because people are crazy as shit here, they run red lights. They don't pay attention. They go on the wrong side of the road. They're nuts. I don't know why. I think there's more accidents here than I had in California. And California is crazy because I think everybody's crazy. I don't think everybody's crazy here, and that's the problem. Not everybody's crazy. People are trusting. You can't trust somebody not to run a red light. That's one of the problems. And then they drive on the wrong side of the road because the stupid roads, the way they're designed here, are crazy. There's 2 lanes, you go this way and then you come this way. Well, they have this lane cross over to this side to make a left turn. Who the hell does that? How do you know that's going to happen unless you lived here for a while? Oh my God. I feel sorry for people when they come here because you just don't know how the roads are here. They have interchanges to go from one freeway to next that are a mile long. It's unfathomable. It's crazy. Let's see, Michelle, your mom didn't opt for RX coverage her first year because she didn't take medication. They penalized her every year for the rest. Really? Is that like Obamacare? You had to pay a fine if you didn't sign up or something? I don't want it, but now I have to pay for the fine because I don't want it. I need to talk to somebody that knows this stuff. I'm not saying that you guys don't know, but I mean, I got to find out what I need to do and add it to a calendar somewhere so I don't forget, because it's getting up there. I'm getting close to where I need to start paying attention to those deadlines and things. It's bad enough I don't pay attention to my taxes. I just filed the last 2 years recently. I didn't file last year's, and the one before that I filed it, but I didn't pay it. So I just did them both. They accepted them all, but I got to make sure I stay up on that. I get lazy and I don't do it, and it doesn't never turn out good when you mess with the IRS. You're thinking your granddaughter will need to get her lens replaced in her 20s or 30s. Yeah. Well, the prescription will change. The eyeball shape changes. Mine are very long. Very, very long. So the doctor I had do my cataract surgery wanted me to decide how I wanted my lenses put in. I'm like, really? Most people would have them put in so you could see far, and then you use reading glasses. I didn't want that. I want to be able to see up close, because when you're old, everything you do is up close, right? You're reading, your computer, your projects, everything. I didn't want to have to wear reading glasses all the time, but I have to wear glasses to see distance. So I don't think that's a big deal. Like right now, I can see fine for what I'm doing. I can see the TV, but I do have trouble seeing the little print on the TV. So I have a pair of glasses here if I need them. If it's too little, I just put these on and I can see I wear glasses when I go grocery shopping. I wear glasses when I drive. I think that's a better trade-off than wearing glasses all the time for small stuff, because everything I do is going to be close. My computer at work is close. My phone is close. So I thought that was okay, but I can always have them changed later. If I want new lenses, I can just, save up some money and get a lens changed, I guess. I don't know. Same with your husband. He has to pay $8 a month because he had a gap in prescription coverage. Oh my God. Why? I guess they got to get their money somehow. Somebody wants money. It's got to be a for-profit thing, because otherwise, why would they take your money if they weren't making money from you? I know car insurance, if you have a gap in your car insurance, the new company usually will charge you more, because that's one of the discounts that I just was just looking at mine to see if I could, what my discounts are and everything and how much it is, because I have another payment. I paid a lump sum, so I'm looking to see when my next lump sum's coming up, because I want to pay it before I run out of money. I like to have that. I like paying it ahead. I don't normally get to do that though. So one of the options was no gap in coverage for the last 3 years, coverage for the last 5 years, continuous coverage, no matter whose company it was. And then if you have them because I have Progressive Flow takes care of me. But let's see, it's been a while since you were on Medicare, so you don't remember how it works to sign up. Yeah. Just Medicare 20 years ago. I should look it up and see what the rules are. And I'm sure there's a file I can download and it gives the rules. Because I know we have people for the post office that we can contact for retirement for that information. Because my husband signed up for all that stuff, but he was on my insurance. I still had him. That's one of the reasons we never got divorced. I wanted to keep him on my insurance because he had medical problems, so he could have good insurance and not have to go county and stuff. I was able to get him good doctors. So, what time is it? Oh, it's 8. Lexi wants to do her live, so I think I'm going to go. So we can go watch our other videos and watch Lexi, and I can good idea about the picture. I don't remember what I was talking about. I'm sorry. What I'm excited to do is get this area set up. I want to get the other area set up where I sit, because it's way more comfortable over there sitting in that chair. This one's really hard. So I don't like sitting over here, but this is where the computer is. So I would like to get that set up over there so that I can sit over there. And I have a green screen on Temu. I bought a green plastic thing so I could put it behind me, and so I could put anything back there I want. I thought that would be kind of fun too. So Elvie's lens is mid-range. She wears glasses with a bifocal. Later, she'll get trifocal to see at a distance. Yeah, I mean, if she grows up like that, it's not going to be such a hardship on her. She'll know. It's like not knowing anything different. She won't have known anything different. She'll just get used to doing it as she's, growing. And, the eye surgery is not nearly as hard as it used to be. He did this eye manually. And then he told me he has to recertify on a piece of laser equipment. Would I be willing to do for the recertification? I said, sure, whatever. I go, if you ruin my eyeball, I still have a good one and I'll be rich. No problem. So as long as I have one good one, I can see. I want to be able to see. Hearing, I don't care so much. I want to see. So this one he did with the laser. I don't like the way this one turned out as much. I really don't. I have so many floaters. It's like there's constantly a fog in my eye. That's what I want them to fix. I want them to be able to fix the floaters. I think life would be so much better if they had found a way to suck out the floaters and replace it with clear vitreous fluid. I think that would be awesome. Your cousin just got signed up. She had everything set up the month before she turned 65. So she was 64. I thought we had to do it before we were, it was like a month before we turned 64, or maybe it is 65. I don't know. I will have to look. I'm going to look it up. If it's Medicare, then I'll just look up Medicare. I'm sure it's the whole country. It's countrywide, right? Isn't it national? It's not state or anything. Yeah, the eye doctor was he's very good. I always try to go to the best ones. And he asked me, he made me think about it overnight because I was debating. I go, no, I want it done now because I want it done under my old insurance. I didn't want to wait till the next year. And he says, well, we don't do that. Yes, you can. You can do it. We don't hurry up and do it just because of insurance. Oh, you can do it. I don't like doctors like that. I want to do what I want to do. I want them to do what I want to do. So, $10. It's got to be for profit. It's got to be some sort of for profit thing. Otherwise, they wouldn't charge a fine. Why would they do that? Does it cause them extra paperwork because you don't file it on time? If you file it on time, what's the difference? Oh no, Madison. I wonder if I can send anybody over there. I'll just put her thing in here. Okay, I'm gonna shut down now. And we can go say hi to Lexi. Helix. And you all know Helix, so I don't remember the rest of it, but I think it's Helix STW. So, okay, guys, thanks for coming and watching me. I'm going to go watch Helix, go watch Lexi, and I'm going to start working on my stuff. So, thanks for coming. I will see you later. Bye.